You don't have plates on your vehicle, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I need you to get out of the vehicle to chat with us. Otherwise, I'm gonna ask you to get out of the car. So right now I'm asking you, okay, I'm gonna tell you to get out of the car. You need to get out of the car right now. I'm going to make you get out of the car. What that means, I'm gonna break the window, unlock the vehicle, and pull you out. Understand? Okay, sir, I'm telling you, if we have to, we will break the window, unlock the vehicle, and pull you out. Do you want it to get to that, or do you want to come out and talk to us? Okay, so what are we going to do here?
We're going to have a gunfight on the side of the road is what we're going to have.
We do not need to have a gunfight
well,
on the side of the road.
Then you better start listening.
Howdy folks, and welcome back to the channel. A few years ago, I posted a video about a wild traffic stop that got over 4 million views before YouTube deleted it. It's an intense traffic stop and what I believe is a highly educational moment for all of us. I then posted it again a few months ago and it got almost 2 million views before I took it down, because I went through the comments and realized that it was misleading almost all of you. And the goal of my channel isn't to mislead you, it's to educate. And that's not what that video was doing, so I took it down. Recently, I decided to re-edit it and turn it into an educational video that won't mislead you.
Your idea on solving this, being you have no authority or jurisdiction over me, is for me to get out of my private automobile and talk about what I just told you.
And you can show me your passport.
You got my passport, dude.
I don't have your passport.
Those gentlemen do have my passport. The Highway Patrol do.
Okay.
Highway Patrol, how about bring the passport so I can read it to the sheriff? Could you be so kind?
Hello, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to watch a video that I uploaded 2 years ago, but YouTube deleted it. Yeah, they deleted it after I got over 4 million views. This is probably one of the craziest police interactions I've ever watched on YouTube. And it's going to be one of the craziest videos you watch. Please use the like button and subscribe. Thanks and enjoy.
You'd be so kind.
So, Uncle, if you come out and explain to me your passport, I'll hear your side of it.
Today, we're revisiting that interaction to set the record straight with clear, correct legal information about your rights and responsibilities during traffic stops. Don't forget to hit the like button, too.
You've already heard my side. I've already told you my side.
Well, you can explain your passport to me.
I don't need to explain it. You should know this as a LEO, shouldn't you?
I've never seen your passport.
Well, then, I don't know what to tell you. We'll sit here all night. But I am not getting out of this private automobile to explain myself that I've already done. I'm asserting my rights to travel, and I'm informing you that you have no jurisdiction or authority over me, and you're not trying to accept it. Ask the guy to pull me over to get it. I'll show it to you. It's real simple. This is real simple. You're making it difficult.
I don't feel that I am.
Well,
I'm the one making it difficult right now.
Right, because I won't do what you ask. I don't have to do what you ask. You have zero authority over me. I don't contract with foreign corporations. No authority, no jurisdiction. There's nothing in any law.
How's it a contract for you to get out of your vehicle and explain your passport to me?
I don't need to do any of that. I'm trying to explain to you, I don't need to do any of that.
I'm not saying
go get the passport, bud, and I will read it to you.
I was asking you to do
I am asking you to go get my passport, and I will read it to you. How about that? That makes all kinds of sense, but you ain't ready for that, are you?
We're in a bind then.
Okay, we're in a bind.
I want you to get out and explain it to me.
I'm not getting out of this private automobile. Not happening.
Thompson v. Smith. The right of the citizen to travel upon the public highways and to transport his property thereon in the ordinary course of life and business is a common right which he has under the right to enjoy life and liberty, to acquire and possess property, and to pursue happiness and safety. It includes the right, in doing so, to use the ordinary and usual conveyances of the day, and under the existing modes of travel includes the right to drive a horse-drawn carriage or wagon thereon, or to operate an automobile thereon for the usual and ordinary purpose of life and business.
The driver cites Thompson v. Smith from 1930, claiming a right to drive without a license because citizens can use public highways to transport property in ordinary conveyances like automobiles. But that's a complete misreading. Thompson v. Smith, a Virginia case, only struck down a vague city ordinance for not distinguishing private from commercial driving. It protects your right to non-motorized travel. When you hear this, you want to think like walking, biking, or horse-drawn carriages, or a skateboard or a scooter, not driving a car without a driver's license. As early as Kane v. New Jersey, 1916, the Supreme Court reinforced that states can require a driver's license for motor vehicles, building on Hendrick v. Maryland, 1915. Which upheld states' authority to regulate driving for public safety because it's dangerous, you know? The Kane decision clarified that even private automobile use is subject to reasonable state regulation, and this directly undermines the Thompson v. Smith claim. This argument fails in court every time. It's a myth that ignores modern traffic laws.
Not happening. So ask them gentlemen politely, sirs, highway patrolman, may I please have my passport to read to the sheriff?
They're not going to give it back to you until...
They're not going to give it back to me. So you're telling me the highway patrol in Wyoming has stole my private property? Is that what you guys are telling me?
You can claim...
No, it's not a claim, sir. That's another matter of fact of law. Does that passport belong to any of you? Does that passport belong to any of you? The answer is no. And if you're not giving that back to me, which is my said possession, what is that called? What's that called? As LEOs, you should know what that's...
Let me know.
That's called theft. Okay? So, young man, may I have my passport, please, to read to the sheriff?
Okay, the only way you're getting your passport is once you step out of this vehicle.
Why do you want me out of this vehicle so bad, you guys?
Because there is state law, case law, Pennsylvania versus...
Case law is not law. That's where you're wrong again. Case law ain't law.
Okay.
Not even close. What you guys need to do is understand that I am correct. You have no authority over me. None. I don't have to get out of this private automobile. I don't have to obey your corporate bylaw speed limits.
Okay, let me just explain this to you. You're not leaving here until you step out of the vehicle.
Then I ain't leaving. I am not going anywhere. And your threats don't mean jack to me, bud.
Well, it's not a threat.
To hell if it ain't. You're threatening me to get out of this vehicle so you can try to kidnap me. Meanwhile, you've stolen my property, and you can't even admit that.
It's the property of the United States government, actually, sir.
No, it is not.
Yes, sir.
What is possession?
It is property.
What is possession, sir?
I'm not going to argue with you, sir.
I know you can argue with me because you don't know the law. Possession is 9/10 of it, correct?
All I said was... Well, I said... When I stopped you, I didn't say you're getting a ticket. I never said you're getting a ticket. I just want you to step out so we can talk face to face.
We are talking face to face.
Out of your vehicle.
No, I'm not getting out of my private automobile. This ain't a vehicle.
Campbell v. Walker. The owner of an automobile has the same right as the owner of other vehicles to use the highway. A traveler on foot has the same right to the use of the public highways as an automobile or any other vehicle.
The quote about equal highway access applies to non-motorized vehicles, like walking or biking. Driving a car, though, that's regulated because vehicles cause harm and kill people. It's dangerous.
It's a private automobile. Actually, Congress passed a law July 8th of this year that nobody in the United States needs a driver license unless they're dealing in commerce. Have you all been informed of that?
I missed that one.
Well, of course, because you guys are revenuers for a foreign corporation running under statutes and codes. None of you have ever studied the law.
The United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 1. Full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, and judicial proceedings of every other state. January 19th, 2011, Judge May's conclusion of law was that the Dallas Police Department and the North Carolina Department of Transportation are both private entities that do not fall within the executive branch of state government. This decision was upheld in judicial review by Judge Ridgway. This means that every police department in the country is a private entity. In other words, they are private contractors and private for-profit businesses. So if a Wackenhut security guard driving an armored car pulled you over and tried to give you a ticket, what would you do? Governments descend to the level of a mere private corporation and take on the characteristics of a mere private citizen, where private corporate commercial paper, Federal Reserve notes, and securities, checks, is concerned. For purposes of suit, such corporations and individuals are regarded as entities entirely separate from government. Clearfield Trust Co. v. United States, 318 U.S. 363-371, 1942. What the Clearfield Doctrine is saying is that when private commercial paper is used by corporate government, the government loses its sovereignty status and becomes no different than a private corporation. Government is bound by the rules and laws that govern private corporations, so if they intend to compel a living man or woman to some specific performance based upon its corporate statutes or corporation rules, then the government, like any private corporation, must be the holder in due course of a contract or some consenting agreement made with full disclosure between it and the one upon whom demands for specific performance are made. The government is required to enter the contract or commercial agreement into evidence by due process before trying to get the court to enforce its statutory demands. Every so-called city, county, state, or federal government entity, courts, police, taxing agencies, etc., you can think of are listed on Manta.com, which belongs to Dun & Bradstreet and are traded on the stock market. Real governments do not trade on the stock market. Governments are supposed to provide public services.
Then there's Clearfield Trust Company versus United States, 1943, arguing police are private corporations needing a contract to enforce laws, claiming government loses sovereignty when using commercial paper. This is fiction. Clearwater Trust deals with federal law governing government-issued checks, not police authority or traffic stops. It has zero to do with cops being corporations or requiring contracts for law enforcement, folks. Police operate under public state authority as upheld in cases like United States v. Benabe, 2011, hope I'm saying that right, which dismissed these crazy claims as frivolous. This argument is a distraction, and the courts will not entertain it. And it doesn't change your obligation to follow traffic or licensing laws. There's also this lean on the U.S. Constitution, citing Article 4, Section 1 and the 10th Amendment, claiming states must give full faith and credit to other states' laws and that traffic laws fall under state powers, implying no need for a driver's license unless engaged in commerce somehow. This is a twisted interpretation. Article 4, Section 1 requires states to recognize each other's public acts, like court judgments, not to exempt individuals from traffic laws. And the 10th Amendment reserves powers to the state or the people respectively, which includes their authority to regulate driving, as confirmed in Hendrick v. Maryland, 1915. Far from supporting the driver's claims, these constitutional provisions empower states to require license and registration for public safety, regardless of whether you're driving for personal or commercial purposes. These crazy arguments misusing these clauses are routinely rejected by the courts.
So just admit that you don't have authority over me, hand me my passport, and say I'm sorry for impeding your travel.
What do I need to give you to get you out of your vehicle?
Nothing. You ain't getting me out of this private automobile.
Okay.
Why would I? I haven't committed a crime.
Because I'm giving you a lawful officer as a peace officer to step out of your vehicle.
You're doing what now?
We'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, sir, what's your last name?
Barris. B-E-R-R-I-S.
B-E-R-R-I-S.
It's in the passport you stole.
Okay, we didn't steal your passport.
Well, then may I have my passport back?
You'll get everything back. What I need you to do, okay, so I'm going to tell you. Okay, so you're driving without a driver's license. You were speeding. You don't have plates on your vehicle. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I need you to get out of the vehicle to chat with us. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you to get out of the car. So right now I'm asking you, will you please get out of the car and speak with us?
No, I will not.
Okay, I'm going to tell you to get out of the car. You need to get out of the car right now.
You're being recorded. You
That's
realize?
fine.
Okay. And under what authority are you demanding an American state national to get out of this vehicle when I don't have to prove any kind of... I am not in your corporate bylaws. I don't need driver's licenses.
That's fine. I respect your beliefs, but
it's not a belief, you guys. Okay, this ain't beliefs.
This next time, I'm going to make you get out of the car. What that means, I'm going to break the window, unlock the vehicle, and pull you out. Understand?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, I'm telling you.
I am telling you, if you do that, this is going to go south quick. Okay?
I don't want it to go south.
Well, don't be breaking into my private property or stealing my private property.
Okay, then help us out, sir.
I've already helped you. I've educated you about the law, but you're not listening. Okay. You're not accepting the facts, okay?
Okay, we're not.
Now, I'm going to ask you one more time. I would like my passport back. I would like to get on my way. I have critters with water freezing. I really don't have time for this.
Okay, sir. I'm telling you, if we have to, we will break the window, unlock the vehicle, and pull you out. Do you want it to get to that, or do you want to come out and talk to us?
Okay, so you're threatening to break my private property.
I'm telling you that
and
I have
do you know under the
to take
law
you out of this vehicle if you do not comply with our orders.
I don't have to comply with your orders.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes, sir.
I do not.
Okay, so what are we going to do here?
We're going to have a gunfight on the side of the road is what we're going to have.
We do not need to have a gunfight
on
the side of the road.
Then you better start listening to sense.
You need to start listening.
No, sir. I do not need to listen to an agent of a foreign corporation.
Okay.
Okay? I asked you guys to go back there and call somebody in town that actually knows the law.
Who's this person in town that knows the law?
Apparently somebody. I would try with John Harlan as the sheriff and ask him.
John Harlan, okay.
And ask him.
Okay, well, we have a representative of the sheriff's office right here. And he was talking to you.
I know, but that don't mean he knows the actual law.
Look, I'm not trying to get anybody riled up, and I apologize for doing that. What I'm trying to do is find an ending to this that's civil for both of us.
Here's the simple ending. You guys admit that you have no authority over me.
We can't do that, sir.
Well, I'm sorry you can't do that.
Okay. Well,
but I am not going to allow you to violate my rights to travel. I will not allow you to damage my private property.
Okay?
I'm telling you right now.
I don't want to damage your private property. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I don't want to at all.
Okay.
All I want you to do is get out of the vehicle so we can talk. That's it. That is it. And I won't damage your private property. Nothing. That's
not happening. Okay. I don't have to get out of this vehicle.
Okay, so why are we coming to this? Why are we butting heads there? Why don't you want
Because you guys are not listening to the matter of fact of law. That's why.
To the matter of fact of law.
It's called the matter of fact of law.
Okay.
The fact of that matter is you have zero authority over me. Where I'm going to travel, how I'm going to do it, what I'm going to do it in, and what placards I place on said private automobile.
Okay.
Okay?
Just give me 1 second, okay?
This ain't going to...
Why are you threatening to get in a gunfight, Frank?
Because I'm not going to allow them to violate my... Dude, I am not allowing them to violate my right to travel freely and damage my private property because I won't listen to a so-called authority that has none over me? Really? And I've explained myself over and over?
So if we got somebody on the phone, you'd talk to somebody?
There ain't nothing to talk about.
Now let me give you a quick evolution of the driver's license here in America. You can correct me if I'm wrong about anything in the comments. Driver's license in the US started in the early 1900s as cars became common and more dangerous. States like New York in 1901 and Missouri in 1903 were among the first to require a driver's license. But these were simple permits with no testing. By the 1920s, states began mandating exams to ensure drivers can handle these vehicles safely. This decision was driven by rising accidents. The 1930s saw standardized license under state motor vehicle laws, with photos and renewals becoming common by the 1950s. The Supreme Court in Hendricks v. Maryland 1915 and Bell v. Burson 1971 upheld states' rights to regulate driving under the 10th Amendment, cementing licenses as a legal requirement. Today, licensing involves tests, identification verification, and often real ID compliance for federal purposes. This reflects a balance between public safety and individual mobility. And I know a lot of you aren't going to like this, and you're going to try to come up with a whole bunch of arguments and say that this isn't true and all that, but they all fall flat when you try to have them in the comments. I read your comments when you try to argue against this logic and the court's decisions, and it just falls flat. Nothing you say makes sense. You can't make this make sense any other way. Trust me, I've done my research. I'm not a know-it-all. I like the idea of not having a driver's license. I think it's kind of dumb that I have to ask the government for permission to drive my own vehicle around. So I can level with you on wanting this to be how it is, but that's not how it is. This is a fantasy land, and you need to understand that. This can be dangerous for you. Cops are dangerous. You play this I don't need a driver's license shit on the side of the road with a cop that's having a bad day. These guys were not having a bad day. They let him go. But you do this with a cop that's having a bad day, you might end up dead.
You wouldn't want to talk to anybody?
There's nobody to talk to about anything. What is there to talk to? You guys not admitting that you have no authority over me? Is that what it is?
You said you wanted to talk to Sheriff Harlan.
I don't want to talk to Sheriff. I've already talked to him. I've talked to all your judges, your state's attorneys. State's attorneys know. I sent them cease and desist. Shit disappeared. Why? Because I know the law.
Okay.
This is absolutely ludicrous. This is supposed to be America? Where's my right to travel freely, you guys?
Well,
Where's that at right
now?
now?
We'll make some phone calls and see what we can do here, okay?
Well, common sense should prevail. And I'm counting on the sheriff's department for that.
Okay. You know,
so now we're all back there having a powwow. The kid for the patrol just got out of his car with my passport, handed it to, I guess, his superior highway patrolman. Now they're all three back there yakking again. Yes, sir. Can I do for you?
All right, sir. Here's your passport back. Can you roll it down a little bit further? You just want me to slide it in there?
Just slide her in here.
Okay. So this is back. Jody, pull those out. Okay. Free to go for now. Okay.
What'd you do to my car?
We didn't do anything to your car.
Okay, I got it on film here.
Okay.
There's nothing sabotaged on my private vehicle.
There's nothing sabotaged on your vehicle.
All right. So you guys have a nice day.
Okay. We'll see you around.
Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Don't believe anything you see on the internet at all. Always do your research. Always do your research when you watch my video to make sure that the stuff I'm putting in, it's factual. Okay? We don't all know everything. Thanks for watching.